Good morning, it's Vince, Backyard Mangoes here. How you doing? Early in the morning, about 6:30, getting ready to head over to my other property where I have 19 trees. And those 19 trees today, I'm gonna de-weed around them. I'm gonna put some azomite on there, put some earthworm castings, some fertilizer, and just give them a little bit of love and encourage them to grow so I can continue to get some great mangoes. But I came over today to do a little maintenance and play with my hoe action. No, really, that's what it says right there on this tool. I got to tell you, I love this little tool. I saw this the other day at Lowe's. I said, I'm going to try it. I just pulled up a few minutes ago. I already did 4 trees in what would have taken me the time to do just half of one. So in 4 trees, I just de-weeded the whole thing. I got to finish pulling the weed out. There it is. And I got to reshoot that. It's got a little blade on it, and you just come in here, do a little ripping around there. I'm trying to expand the circle and putting down some mulch today and put down some fertilizer, getting ready for what in essence will be spring down here in South Florida. And then the growing season. Now I'm going to be a little gentler, closer to this tree where the roots are. I like it. It gets under the dirt. Gets under the dirt just a little bit and cuts the roots. Then all I have to do is come back in here and take these weeds out. May have missed that spot. Normally, I'm down here with a Maddox. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Now, normally I'm down here on my hands and knees, literally scraping this out. And it's effective, but it takes a long time. It's not efficient. So I saw this thing at Lowe's a couple days ago, and I said, let me try this. And wow, the enthusiasm I have for this tool. Best $30 I ever spent. Almost 30, like 20, 28, something like that. And I'm done. That's a Glen mango, by the way. I can come over here real briefly to this little guy. And who do we have? I forget off the top of my head. Kathy, fantastic mango. Just get in here. This one's not too bad. Now, I'm not too worried about going super deep out around. I know I planted these 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. And so for me to go deep is not a big deal here. In fact, in some ways, it's probably good. I'm aerating the soil a little bit. And that's it. Now, I will get on me. Come back in a few minutes and get these grass pieces out of there. But normally this would take me at least 10 minutes on my hands and knees. So I'm excited about the hoe action. Impressive. So the reason you take the weeds and things out around here is if you're fertilizing, you want all the fertilizer to go to your tree. I mean, that's the purpose. And when I water, I want all that water because, well, I have a well, but I'm not on it yet. I need to hook it up. But I'm paying for city water. So when I'm paying for city water, I want every bit of that water to go onto this tree. So that is the purpose. Plus, when I do this, My hands don't get as dirty. Now I got to reach in and get the weeds out, but I'll get a rake. That rake will help out. But your hands don't get as dirty. In some ways, I'm tired. For those who know, I'm a teacher in real life, so manual labor, but I do enjoy it. This tool still has its place. I see a large root coming from somewhere, so remove that root. This tree is a sunrise. Outstanding mango. I think I have another one of these at home on my other property. Great mango. This has its purpose. Chop up some of this grass around here. I'm back with dirty knees. Been down there taking out all the weeds and things and straightening it up. I did all of them. The next step for me to do is to add everything that I want to add. And some of you always say, what am I adding? Let me tell you what I'm going to add today. Following the directions, kids. Always follow directions. I'm going to add a little azomite. I'm going to add a little bit of earthworm casting. I'm going to add a little bit of 8-2-12 that I have, a little gypsum, a little bit of sulfur. So I'm going to put all of this down, kind of mix it into the soil, and then I'm going to put mulch on top of all of it. So that's my plan. One of the last things I'm going to add is something my buddy Matt at tropicaltreeguide.com has highly recommended, but he said Mycorrhiza. So Mycorrhiza, the way he explained it, he goes, it makes those roots do awesome things. He's like, think of Avatar, the movie, and how everything gets interconnected and creates like a shield around those roots. Ideally, I should have put it on when I planted these trees. I wasn't aware of it then, but I am going to be putting it on around the tree today, and it only takes a little bit. So thanks to Matt at Tropical Tree Guide. I'll try this Mycorrhiza that I bought. All right, that's what it all looks like. So it's all mixed there. And you're like, oh, it's too close to the trunk. You are correct. It is all too close to the trunk. But what I do is I just go back in. Maybe I'm a big kid. I get my hands dirty, doesn't bother me. And I just spread it out by hand. And this one's already been spread out. So right here, what we're going to do is we're going to take this one. And I just get in there and mix it up. Spread it out. Spread it out by hand. That's all I want to do. Now, you know me, like I said, I'm a As a teacher, this is a nice diversion. Just gets me out of the house, therapeutic, relaxes from middle school. But as a sort of a micro farmer, micro grove, if you will, with my 50 trees or so, and most of them are young like this, I could spend time nurturing them. I just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. You can see everything in there, and one or two more weeds in there. Then the next step after this is I'm going to put some mulch in there. Put some mulch. And that's it. I think I read once somewhere, and don't know where. Probably somebody trying to sell me something, right? That's what we all do. But I read something that said gardening, putting your hands in the dirt and in the soil, somehow is very good for your mental health. And what they stated was there's a certain bacteria that interacts with your hands, gets under your fingernails, and that bacteria somehow is supposed to do something in the old brain to help you, I don't know, fight depression, be healthy, be happy. I can tell you when I'm working, I do feel happier, more peaceful, more content. But then again, I was reading something the other day. It said working anytime you're just working with your hands. And sadly, so many careers other than typing, we don't work with our hands as much as we used to. I don't want too much right up on the base. And let me just straighten this out, make it look good. I think that's why you're seeing so many of these I think that's why you're seeing so many or more people kind of taking to the idea of homesteading. You know, get a little piece of land, try to grow some of your own food. I mean, you know, I almost have an acre between the two properties, and I guess you could say I grow my own food, but I only grow mangoes. What do we have here? Kathy. Late season, delicious. Used to be nicknamed Kryptonite, otherwise called K3. K3, Kathy, Kryptonite. I know I sent one to a customer this year, and they said that was outstanding for them. They loved it. They thought it was great. So I said, you know what? That kind of feedback, planted another one. I got a few more trees to go here, and then I'm about done. So I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this camera off. Maybe till the next segment, which is going to be mulching. We're getting ready to, well, we should be already in the dry season. It's been a, I don't know, is this the El Nino year? But it's been a pretty wet winter for us down here in South Florida. And which is good for me. I haven't had to water the trees. So here I am on the final step. I put one more cup of the earthworm castings down, and then I'm going to put this Mycorrhiza down. And I'm gonna just kind of gently massage it into the top a little bit. And then I'm gonna put one more Mycorrhiza just a little further out. And gently massage it in. Then I come in here with my mulch. I just go ahead and use the whole bag. Normally I spread it around the bag, but I did not get a chance to do that. Key is you don't want the mulch up on the trunk. Don't want the mulch on the trunk. So I'm about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches here from the trunk. I've covered that new fresher layer of earthworm casting. I've put down the Mycorrhiza, and that is what it looks like right there. Especially when you've done a pickering. What a great tree. Great coconut flavor, strong producer. Look at this little guy already flowering. This tree is barely 3 feet tall, and it's already flowering. Take care of those, Carrie. So 9 more trees to go, something like that, 15. I'll do that one. Same procedure. So I'm done with these 15 trees. They all got mulched, they got fertilized, they got de-weeded, they got a little Mycorrhiza, they got a little bit of earthworm casting on there. That's about it. Now all I gotta do is wait for them to grow, but they've been actually growing very well since I put them in the ground back in October. But like I say, I think the dry season's getting ready to come upon us a bit, and so this mulch will just help protect from the roots, add a little moisture in there, make them happy and make them want to grow. Of course, this tree right here, if I remember correctly, I put orange sherbet here. Let's see what I put. Where's my tag? Orange essence, so it's close. Had it orange. Anyway, but it looks pretty happy already. Look at those flowers.